5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live from the Ball State News Center, this is NewsLink Indiana.
Camera
in
1.
High definition.
Good evening and welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Tony Sandlaven.
And I'm Brittany Erman. Thanks for joining us.
Well, Muncie saw a major change in leadership today. City Police Chief Steve Stewart, who's been in office since
We're on Cam
2012,
2, we'll go to BO and right back to him.
resignation. Stewart and Muncie Mayor Dennis Tyler have been at odds
It'll be
recently.
3-shot
According
on
to Stewart's
Cam 2.
resignation letter, he is resigning because of quote-unquote actions by Tyler and others. The letter was only 2 sentences long. Joining us now at the desk is NewsLink's lead reporter on the story, Tristan Schilling. Tristan, good evening.
Brittany, Tony, good evening. Tyler has been at.
We'll be going to Cam 1 next on Brittany.
With Tyler for the past few weeks over a current investigation. Tyler wanted Stewart to investigate something that.
Keep going.
Tyler wanted Stewart to conduct a certain investigation. However, Stewart
Down.
Declined because the investigation would overlap an ongoing FBI probe. The Star Press was reporting that Stewart was planning to announce his retirement effective January 1st, but instead of this past weekend, he has now retired effective immediately and he has resigned.
Okay, Tristan, so what information did the police department give you?
The police department didn't really give me much. When I had called to ask them about any information, they had given me the uniform division captains and lieutenants' phone numbers. When I had called them, no one answered. So I called the uniform division's main phone number, and when I had talked to them, they had told me that the police chief has to approve all interviews, and that I was, quote, in a conundrum.
Well, so Tristan, the mayor's been mentioned in this before. You know, was City Hall able to give you any information today?
So City Hall also gave me very little information. When I had went there earlier today, I had tried to talk to somebody there, but they had told me that they were closed and that nobody was available.
Again, we'll be coming to Cam 1 next.
Bottom line being, there are a lot more questions than there are answers.
Okay, Tristan, thank you very much. We will update you on the story as we get more information. 4 Indiana cities asked the Hamilton
We're going
County
to
Judge
Cam 2
dismiss
next
a
on Tony.
lawsuit concerning local protections for the LGBT community. The Indiana Family Institute and American Family Association filed the lawsuit last December. The groups want to bring back the Religious Freedom Restoration Act. The cities argue the conservative groups don't have the legal right to start a lawsuit. The right-wing organizations believe the city's human rights ordinances could negatively affect their religious freedoms.
The FBI says it's taking a new approach for searching.
We'll be coming back to Brittany next.
The Bureau is now looking into emails from Clinton's top aide, Huma Abedin. They may be related to Clinton's private server probe.
Cameron out there
Clinton questions why the
as
FBI
possible.
would call an investigation so close to the election. She does stand behind her aide and says she
No
is eager to
pitter-patter,
help
let's
the
get out.
Bureau reach a decision. However, she is confident a positive resolution will be reached. In a statement today, Clinton says the FBI will reach the same conclusion, that there is no case here. Clinton asked Donald Trump to acknowledge his connection to Russia. Her campaign will also be revealing a new ad.
No, he needs to be on the left side.
In charge of the U.S. nuclear arsenal.
Former Senator Evan Bayh is no longer in a healthy lead in the senatorial
Yes,
race.
he cannot sit there.
Bayh had a 6 to 7 point lead earlier this year, but the
Do
race
not
is
walk
now
behind them.
neck and neck with 45% of respondents choosing Bayh
Jesus.
and 45% choosing Republican Todd Young. Donald Trump has also been gaining momentum since mid-October. With all the lead changes, one race has remained consistent. In the race for governor of Democratic Party, has maintained his lead over Lieutenant Governor Eric Holcomb. And meanwhile, voting in Delaware County is
We'll be coming to Camera 2 next.
Delaware County
We'll tell them not to worry about the IFB.
Believes voting and voter registration will be higher than numbers in 2012. Usually 200 to 300 people vote every day for early voting.
I don't think he was going to anyway.
People voted on Friday. Election officials believe the controversial presidential election plays a part in the higher voter turnout.
Oh my
voting will
gosh.
continue each day until Saturday, starting at 8:30 in the morning until 4. Polls will close at noon on Monday to prepare for Election Day.
Stand by
Polls
Cam
around the
2.
county will open for public voting from 6 in the morning until 6 later that evening.
Well, one election that Muncie voters and voters across the state have been keeping a close eye on is the superintendent race. Here to give us a little more insight into that state race and also into the two candidates, NewsLink Indiana's Cameron DeBlasio. Cameron, what can you tell us?
Yeah, guys, well, the two candidates in this race are current Superintendent Glenda Ritz and her Republican challenger Jennifer McCormick. McCormick is the current Yorktown Community Schools Superintendent. She announced her candidacy for the state job back in January. One of her main objectives is to create better communication between teachers and the Department of Education. She and Ritz also differ greatly on their opinions of how to measure student achievement in the classroom.
Fortunately, the word assessment in our field
We'll
is
be
now
coming to
equal
camera
to the
one,
word test.
no lower third.
But you assess every
thought
time
that was
you
the
listen
end.
to a child read.
Right now we will.
You assess
Oh.
every time
Shot
you
is
talk
cam
about their writing.
Yeah, we'll be
piece.
coming back to cam one.
You assess
It's the
every
same
time you
three shot,
help
but we
two
have to
kids
go
have
there.
a debate prep. You assess all the time, all day long. And it doesn't have to be a test.
We have high-stake testing.
We have
3
about
times a
40
year
seconds
versus
left in this.
1. I'm not sure that's good for the healthy well-being of kids or staff.
Not already downloaded Imagine 2020 on the Department of Education's website.
This is very low.
And you will
He's
find
talking.
that
Should he
among
talk?
plans
Oh,
Including
No,
the
he can
need
go.
to expand Indiana's pre-K
Go down.
program and also the importance of attracting and retaining teachers. Both candidates also stressed their commitment to
Will we come back to
replacing
one?
the standardized I-STEP test. Now, Ritz has received a strong backing from the Indiana State Teachers Association, and one of McCormick's largest contributors
Will we come back
is
to them?
Hoosiers for Quality Education. Now, guys, the election is a week from tomorrow, so it'll
Will
be
we go into
interesting
Tony next
to
on cam
see
2?
if voters are willing to give Ritz more time to work on enacting some of her policies, or if they're ready to put someone new in the state building.
Well, it definitely will be interesting to see how that race turns out. Thank you very much, Cameron. NewsLink Indiana will continue to have election coverage throughout the week. We will be highlighting other prominent races throughout the state as well as nationally. You can also join us here on NewsLink November 8th for full election coverage. Our news team will
Will we
be
come back
providing
to
live
Cam 1?
updates throughout the show. You can tune in at 9 p.m. on Cardinal Vision or watch at livestream.com. Now, Brittany, I got to tell you, the weather today was fantastic. It definitely felt like fall. It was sunshine, some
We'll go to
clouds,
3
but boy,
next.
those temperatures were absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely, and I think we're safe to say that we're finally into those fall temperatures. So, Kaylee, are the trick-or-treaters going to need any hats or scarves tonight?
You know, I don't think so tonight, Brittany, and we won't see those fall-like temperatures tomorrow as we do see above average temperatures. Now take a look at these currents here. Muncie at 56 degrees, Shelbyville at 57, Indianapolis at 58, and Kokomo at 55. Still way above average, even though it feels a little chilly outside. Current radar, we do see some of those low-level stratus clouds throughout our area, but no
We'll be
rain
coming
chances,
back on
so
camera
you still
2,
are out there
2 shot.
trick-or-treating. There won't be any rain issues. Now coming up in the full forecast, I'll be talking about those record-breaking temperatures that I talked about, your next rain chance, and your trick-or-treat forecast. All that and more
Cam 2.
coming up.
Well, a Delaware County organization hosted a special 5K this weekend.
And find out how Ball State's expansions are affecting the Muncie
Break next.
community. All this and more when we return.
2 minutes. Come back to camera 1, right anchor. That was really good. I thought that was real.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
No, don't even. Do not anger the camera gods right now. One minute.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember
Cam 1,
anything.
right, Troy?
And me
Yes,
too.
sir.
Okay.
Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
30.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing.
Yep.
I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box.
15.
Look at that. That's disgusting.
10.
Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this
5.
anymore.
4.
I really
3,
hope he grows out of this.
2.
For his sake.
1. Coming back.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. With enrollment numbers growing at Ball State, the school is looking to expand
Going
the
to a
campus.
pack and then right back to
NewsLink
her.
Indiana's Esther Bauer explains how this will affect the surrounding communities.
The Christian Campus House is located right in the path of where the university is starting to develop, but Pastor Mark Pike says he is not
You have about
concerned
a
about
minute
the
15.
expansion.
We're glad to have Ball State as a neighbor because we want to serve students. So the more opportunity we have to serve students and get to know students, the more visible we are to students, we think that's a good thing for us. We see Ball State as a good neighbor. So, no, we're not threatened by that at all.
Instead, he says he's encouraged by the school's support.
Every time I've had a conversation with someone from Ball State, they have affirmed that they see us as an important part of the community that serves students, and that they value our presence and want to see that continue. And so we're encouraged by that.
While construction is getting closer to the church, Ball State's Associate Vice President of Planning, Jim Lowe, says he believes they have mapped out everything in a way that won't affect local businesses and citizens.
30 seconds.
This time, when I look at the campus master plan, I see no issues with how we're expanding or developing the campus. It's a good situation that we're in, absolutely.
15.
While expansion is bound to bring about change, in this case, that change isn't going to negatively impact.
We'll be back on
the
camera
surrounding
1
area.
in 5.
In Muncie,
4.
Esther Bauer, NewsLink, Indiana.
Come back.
Ball State's upcoming
Be on
construction
Tony
plans
next.
include creating a
Cam
new
2.
academic building for health professionals and a building dedicated to STEM.
This weekend, the Special Olympics of Delaware County hosted the Zombie 5K. NewsLink Indiana's Kelsey Anderson has the story.
Here in Mars, Meadowwood, the Zombie 5K took place, and some are calling it the Athlete Apocalypse.
We have 30
the
seconds.
5K was the first annual fundraiser that will just benefit the Delaware County Special Olympics. Ashley Russell, a long-term volunteer, explains the event.
Athletes and volunteers were hidden around the course as zombies, and the runners had belts on
15.
with flags.
We'll be back on
and
Tony on
the
2.
point of it was to get through the course with your flags intact.
10.
Russell says that only 2 runners made it through with
Probably
their
no
flags
pad.
intact. In
5.
Muncie, Kelsey Anderson, NewsLink, Indiana.
The 5K raised approximately $1,000. To find more information about the Special Olympics of Delaware County, visit
We'll be
their
going
Facebook
to her on
page
one next.
at facebook.com/Special Olympics Delaware County.
It's Halloween, and if you've got kids in your life, they're probably counting
Going to
down
pack
the minutes
and
until
then
they
right
can
back
eat
to
that
her.
candy. But before they dig into their piles of sugar, there are a few things parents and caretakers should know. CNN's Kim Hutcherson has the story.
Most kids love trick-or-treating and chowing down on the candy and
1
treats
minute.
they've gotten for days
We'll be back
afterwards.
on camera 1,
Here
2
are
shot.
some tips for making sure youngsters stay safe and healthy while digging into all those sugary snacks. First, make sure your kids know they shouldn't eat any candy or treats until after they've gotten home and all the items have been inspected. Give them a light meal or snack before they
Okay.
head out, so they won't be tempted to dip into the bag before they get home.
30 seconds.
Eat only factory-wrapped treats. Toss homemade items unless you know the person who made them well. Even
What's Tony
commercial
asking?
items should be inspected for choking hazards, allergens, or signs of tampering.
Stretch wrap
Toss
or
items
what?
with
Stretch wrap or
pinholes,
what?
tears, or that have an unusual appearance or smell.
Just read
Experts
it.
say you should also check
15.
expiration dates and be wary of
Just
brands
be
you've never
yourself.
heard of. Basically,
10.
when in doubt, throw it out. Follow these safety tips and enjoy your Halloween candy. For
5.
today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
Some pretty great information
All
for
right.
trick-or-treaters tonight, isn't it, Tony?
Oh, absolutely. Always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to a child's safety, for sure. Well, the month of November begins tomorrow, and record-breaking
We'll be on cam
temperatures
2.
are hitting us this week.
And a possibility of rain in the forecast. We'll have your full weather forecast after the break.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Okay. 2 minutes. We'll be back on camera 1 for
Yep,
the
some
weather
homework.
toss.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
And there's
He helps
Peter.
me with my decision making,
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
and he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's
Hey,
why
Mel,
cars have bumpers.
could you put a lower
I'm
third in
learning
for
so
Peter?
much.
You don't have to be
Yeah.
perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
For sports. Yeah, just like Peter Hood, NewsLink, Indiana. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, there it is.
Light check.
I was gonna say, I thought I wrote one. It's showing now. All right, cool.
Lights.
Come alive
Coming back
with
one,
the
correct?
forest.
Yes.
Visit discovertheforest.org
just
to
about a
find a
minute.
forest near you.
There you go. Bye.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
30.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help with job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think.
5,
Goodwill.
4,
Donate stuff,
3,
create jobs.
2, 1.
Welcome back to NewsLink, Indiana. Now, Tony, back when I used to go trick-or-treating, I would always have to wear a coat over my costume because it was so cold.
Yeah, it always kind of made things a little complicated. You couldn't really get quite as festive because you couldn't show off the costume as
Right.
much. But this year it didn't really seem like we had that problem. Kaylee Pluchel, what can you tell us?
Yeah, for sure. Today we did not have that problem at all, with highs getting in the upper 60s. Those kids did not need the coats out this evening for trick-or-treating. Currently,
We'll be back
Muncie
on camera
sitting
one,
at
wide shot.
56 degrees. Light winds around 7 miles per hour. And throughout this evening, 10 p.m. we see 57, 1 a.m. around 50, and then a little bit higher here at 4 a.m., which gives that little chance of those warmer temperatures tomorrow. Now, for tonight, we will see lows in the mid-50s.
Gonna miss these
Unfortunately,
spooky graphics
trick-or-treating
tomorrow.
has ended for tonight between 5 and 9 p.m. But if you're still trying to sneak out some
Oh, and the
candy,
moon has the little
well,
NewsLink
maybe just
logo.
need a light jacket
That's
for the
nice.
rest of this evening. Now, I mentioned those upper temperatures, but those weren't today. We were still a little bit above average, around 61.
Wide.
Average around 57. Low 55 tonight, and
Yep,
normally
there you
an
go.
average of 37, so that definitely shows those higher temperatures. Now, tomorrow we are expecting a high of 76 degrees, winds around 13 miles per hour. And I was talking about those record-breaking temperatures, and you see here, set back in 1999, a record high of 77 degrees. So we will be keeping an eye on those temperatures to see if those will be record-breaking tomorrow.
Nice.
Now, the Pacers do play at home against the Lakers. Here's what you can expect: 76 at 5 p.m., 74 at 6 if you're going to dinner before.
still knocking
When
on
it
that
tips
wood.
off, around 70 degrees at 7 p.m., and by the time you leave, around the mid-60s. So again, another beautiful day, as well as the World Series happening in Cleveland. You're heading out there. We do see around 69
tilt up
degrees
on-
for that tip at
Oh no, you're fine.
8:08.
It just shows it different up here.
And for your precision cast, we
You
do
should be
have
fine,
a few
though.
rain chances in the forecast. Stopping here
On
Wednesday
there,
at 4
yeah,
p.m.
but
We see a little bit
if
of
that's
those
not
rain
right,
showers
then
moving into the
don't worry
state.
about it.
Here we see majority of northern Indiana covered at Wednesday at 11 p.m. Moving through Thursday at 2 a.m. Scattered showers again, we will be seeing most likely some of those in Muncie, but moving forward throughout Thursday, we're stopping here around lunchtime. You just see a few clouds out there and not a lot of rain chances. But that's the only rain chances for the next 7 days. Accumulation anywhere between 0.04 and 0.18, so it won't be a lot of accumulation either. Now your 7-day forecast, take a look at these temperatures here: 76 and 78 for the first few days of November. Now Thursday, again, that cold front does move through, bringing those rain chances with a high
Yeah, that
around
looks fine.
61 degrees.
We'll be on
As that
cam
cold
one.
front does move through, we do see highs in the upper 50s, but check out those sunny skies for the weekend and into next week with highs in the low 60s.
Wow, and I thought we were safe to say we were on our way to fall temperatures, but I'm
know.
seeing 70s.
I know, it's very, very crazy. And to think that tomorrow is the first day of November and highs almost near 80 does not feel like we're getting close to those winter months at all.
Yeah, well, the good news is there's going to be some good weather for that football game
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Speaking of football, Peter, what do we have coming up in sports?
Guys, happy Halloween. I decided to dress as Tony Sandlaben this year. Unfortunately, it was deja vu for Ball State soccer yesterday, but not in a good way. We'll tell you about that when we come back. And Ball State football is preparing to do something it hasn't done in over a decade tomorrow. We'll have details when we come back in sports.
All right, 2 minutes. We'll be on cam 3.
Here's to the
sports.
things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives.
They are.
And now, those that we carry with us everywhere
we
we
have 2
go.
OTSs.
Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts,
Peter's got a
real-time
ton of stuff
information
in here,
directly from
which is
local
awesome.
sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
1 minute.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap.
This commercial's so old, those
and
phones
she
had
even
buttons
talks
on
to
them.
it. She talks to that more than she talks to him.
It was like the sidekick.
What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom?
Talks to
She
her
talks to her
mom.
mom a lot.
30 seconds.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore. So you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say?
15.
Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Well, what an opportunity, what a challenge the Ball State football team has in front of them tomorrow. For the first time since 2003, a nationally ranked team is coming to Muncie. As midweek Maction begins, the Cardinals will welcome the 17th ranked Western Michigan Broncos to town. Led by fourth-year head coach P.J. Fleck, the Broncos are 8-0 this season after beating both Northwestern and Illinois in the non-conference. Western Michigan is 4-0 in MAC play. They've won all of their conference games by double digits. The Broncos, paced by the best rushing attack in the league, have the 6th-ranked offense in the country coming in. Ball State defensive coordinator Tim Doust knows he has his hands full tomorrow.
I mean, they're committed to running the football and running extremely well and downhill.
Ooh.
Man, are they efficient at
Yikes.
what they do in the run game, and then in the best
we going to
receivers
VO
conference
next?
has ever seen on the perimeter. So the balance that they
About
present
20 seconds.
offensively and defensively, well, we got our hands full in preparation. A great opportunity for this program
15.
early in our time here to put a stamp on this and let everybody know that we're the new
10.
era has started and we made a lot of improvements. The kids are very, very excited, and it's a great opportunity
5.
against as good a team as this conference has seen in a long time.
Yeah, you heard Doust mention Western having the best receiver the league has ever seen. Folks, he's talking about Corey Davis, and there are statistics to back
another
that
shot
statement
next.
up. Davis has already set the record for career receiving yards in the MAC. He's on pace to break the all-time NCAA record in that same category. He's a projected first-round NFL draft pick, and Ball State head coach Mike New can see why.
He is polished. It's easy to see why he's one of the best. When you look at him, not only has he got a great combination of size and speed, but he is an exceptional route runner.
come
He's
back
got
to
a
3.
knack for getting open. He understands coverage. He's a very polished receiver. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Yes, we got to contain him, limit his big plays.
Yeah, Ball State will have their hands full with that. Tomorrow's game is set to begin at 8 p.m. on ESPN2. Moving to the pitch now.
Got a
it appears
Vosat,
as if
and then
Ball
we'll be on
State's
camera
soccer
2,
season
3 shot.
has come to a bitter end. After winning the MAC regular season championship, the Cardinals fell in the first round of their conference tournament yesterday. Ball State stumbled against Northern Illinois in penalty kicks in the
preset
quarterfinals.
3.
Although the Cardinals outshot NIU 17-5 in regulation, they just couldn't take advantage of enough opportunities. The 8th-seeded Huskies took the lead early in PKs and never let it go. This marks the second year in a row that Ball State has won the conference and earned the right to host the tournament before losing in the first round in penalty kicks.
I just think we're still very young as a team, and I think that the team will really mature from this. Sometimes you have to learn from experiences, and
Camera 2 next.
we will take this experience.
Yeah,
and move
30
forwards.
seconds.
We know that we have to take our opportunities within the game to convert those, else you end up going into situations
How much time do they have
like
to
this.
wrap?
And I'm really
How much
proud
time
of the
for the
team,
wrap?
proud of the seniors. I think they've been outstanding all season long. It's just
Keep
a
it
matter of
short,
now
10
us,
seconds in
again,
the slot.
trying to push forward.
All right, come back.
You guys, still an outside chance that they could make the NCAA tournament with an at-large bid. They are on the top 50 in
Break
the
next.
RPI, but certainly took a big hit with that loss yesterday.
All right, Peter. Well, thank you very much for that sports update. Well, Hillary Duff's Halloween costume left plenty of fans booing this year.
And will the Sanderson sisters be putting a spell on you in a potential sequel? All this and more coming up in your entertainment news.
2 minutes.
Did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help
Shot's
to find a
looking good.
home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org
Yeah, she's turning the lights on
and
right
meet if
now.
you were in a shelter near you. Harlow. Oh, she's one great listener
That
who
looks
loves
good.
to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues,
Oh
and
my
go for a
gosh.
cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
What story did you remove?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner
Okay.
lost his
Hannah,
job,
we
it
removed
was
the first story in entertainment. Could you let her know,
living on the
please?
street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up
Hannah,
looking like an
I
ice
just told her.
cream cone. Yeah, I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got
Oh,
rescued,
I'm
so
sorry.
running, jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
You have 1 minute to her. To Sheila.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be
You
given
gonna flip flop on me?
freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without
We
it
might be putting it back in.
isn't sex.
It's rape.
All right, we put it back in.
Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
All right.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
30 seconds. So nothing's changed. And then we'll be on cam 1 when we come back to you. 15. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. This is Sheila Angus with your entertainment news.
You were loud.
Glee alum Mark Salling won't face charges for an alleged rape case. E! News confirmed the Los Angeles District Attorney won't be charging Salling for the rape of a 22-year-old woman due to insufficient evidence. The
Is there
victim
a-
claimed that the two were in a relationship.
there a
However,
queue for
she
this?
wanted to wait until marriage to have sex. According to the
Mal,
police
is there a queue
report,
for this?
Salling continued to pressure her, and eventually it got physical after she had said no. The police report was filed April 2016, about 4 years after the incident had happened. If more evidence surfaces, the DAA said they may reopen the case. Hillary Duff sends out an apology after showing up to Casamingo's tequila Halloween party in a controversial outfit. Duff and boyfriend Jason Walsh arrived dressed as a pilgrim and a Native American. Duff took to Twitter to send out an apology stating, "I am so sorry to people who I offended with my costume. It was not poorly thought through, and I am truly, from the bottom of my heart, sorry." Walsh also took to Instagram to apologize to fans. They put a spell on you, and they could be coming back. If Bette Midler's Halloween
We have this
costume
story, and
tells
then
us
we'll be back on
anything,
cam
is
1
that
wide.
she's determined to create a sequel for her cult hit Hocus Pocus. The singer-actress was dressed as her iconic character, Winifred Sanister. This gave hope to the fans that the three sisters would be back on the screen soon. Director Kenny Ortega also teased a sequel on his Instagram in honor of the 23rd reunion. BuzzFeed asked Sarah
Cam 1
Jessica
next.
Parker if she would be in on the potential sequel, which she replied with, "Yes, I'm in." Live in the newsroom, Sheila Angus, NewsLink, Indiana.
All right, thank you very much, Sheila. Well, that's all tonight for us here at NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch tomorrow night right here at Cardinal Vision at 9 p.m.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a good night and a happy Halloween.
We'll be out at 57, so give give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're clear. Go ahead, stop recording live stream.